Today I want to show how to make a simple leopard gecko setup using a 20-gallon tank. 10-gallon tanks work as well for single adults, and 20-gallon tanks are good for a few, though I don't recommend housing more than one unless you're breeding. Next thing you need is a heat source. I like the heat pads that go under the tank, and you have razors to lift the tank off the floor a little. Lights aren't recommended because they don't provide adequate belly heat, which leopard geckos need to digest food properly, and the light can actually interfere with their eyes a lot. With a heat pad, it's very important to have a digital thermostat attached, otherwise it can get too hot and can harm your gecko. So this is a sort of cheap one you can get off Amazon. I think this is a Hydro Farm. There's a bunch that look like this. It's got a little probe you put in where you want it to be in the tank on the inside, and it'll tell the temperature, and you can set the temperature you want it to be on this side, and then you plug the heat pad into this and then plug this into the outlet. In the tank, on the, let's say that's the hot side, on the ground you want it to be around 90 to 92 degrees, and on the cold side all the way down to around 80. Ambient temperature isn't as important as the belly heat, but it is important, and it should be adequate with those temperature ranges on the ground to heat up the rest of the tank. With the thermostat probe in place, you can start putting in the rest of the items. So geckos are crepuscular, so they're active at dawn and dusk, so they like hiding a lot during the day, so they need a lot of hides. Put one on the cold side, and put one on the warm side. This one's special. It's a moist hide, so what you do is you fill it with a little bit of coconut fiber, sphagnum moss, paper towel, whatever. Problem with paper towel is it dries out faster, but the other ones, you know, they can eat. So see what your gecko likes and what it doesn't like. In here I've got a mixture of sphagnum moss and cocoa fiber, and it's very damp. And it's over the heat a little bit, but not completely. And what this does, it'll moisten up and make a nice sort of sauna, and the gecko will be able to lick the condensation off the sides. And they'll probably spend most of their time in this one. Next up is the food and water dishes. They're very important. This is their little mealworm dish with vitamins and calcium. Calcium with D3 is important for leopard geckos. It helps them to absorb the calcium. And then a little water dish as well, just in case they don't get enough from that. And that's pretty much all you need for a simple setup. 2 hides, a moist and a dry hide, food ball, water ball, and the heat. Substrate is important as well. I like using paper towel because it's easy to clean and easy to see if it's dirty. Sand is a big no-no. Crushed walnut shell is bad for them. They can eat it, they can get impacted and die. Sometimes it can be used by advanced keepers, but it's definitely not recommended for beginner leopard gecko keepers. So good ones to start with are paper towel or reptile carpet or like sort of slate tile. Those are all the best. They can't eat anything off it, and it keeps temperature well, and it's easy to clean. So now we'll do a little test of what a gecko thinks about this new setup. Let's put this little guy in. See, he's got plenty of room to move around. He's a Super Snow Eclipse. Nice little white face. Already having a little look around, interested in the moist hide.